world obsessed with the COVID pandemic, this film is just what the doctor ordered. This is a marvelous comic exaggeration that shows what can happen when we drink too deeply from the trough of 24-hour news. It's well acted and nicely written, and I know somebody's going to bust your chops for the ending, but it worked for me.
It's a very fun take on the overwhelming amount of sad, tragic, devastating news that we all consume every single day. I have to say I'm also allergic to mornings. I like that topic of your t-shirt. It was good.
And I loved it so much. Such a cute take on a situation we have all, unfortunately, I think, found ourselves in with all the bad news going on everywhere. But it was just I loved it so much. Such a fun, a fresh take on the state of the world, and the Easter egg at the end was amazing. I think that is how I'm going to have mimosas from now on.
It's a really very clever piece of work. Some great comedic writing, some great comedic performances. The lead girl was really wonderful at embodying that spirit of someone that kind of captures the morning in that way of how the headlines can just make your day miserable, and especially in these days right now with what's going on with the coronavirus is very poignant and relevant. And the other actress was also a great comedic actress, great timing, and the movie had a great kind of statement about girl power as well wrapped in there. So
I really liked the montage style of this and the comedic nature of something that can be so heavy, and I think that is something that all of us deal with on a daily basis of, especially now. The writer and the team managed to make it really lighthearted and funny and something that like all of us can relate to. I also really liked the visual notification bubbles on the screen. I like that a lot. Yeah, it was a really clever and interesting thing to watch, and I hope that it goes online. I think that it would absolutely go viral. It's hilarious.
Best aspect is the dialogue. Very funny. I also enjoyed the creative graphic effects, particularly her swatting away the reminder in the morning act of the show. For the second act, I really, really liked the mantra that they had both memorized and given stereo. Very funny, and it's the kind of short film I would actually watch again.
Terrific use of the juxtaposition between music and the little on-screen messages that would come up on the phone. So back and forth in terms of music, no music, music, no music, alert, no alert, that type of thing. Really well done. So that was clever. Actually, though, I think my favorite part of the film, though, however, was the epilogue. Very clever tag to the end of the film.
The music definitely worked for the film. And it's true, there's so much sad news out there.
I like this film for two reasons. Number one, it's really true that people get addicted to the drama that is the news nowadays. It's, 24/7. You can't really escape it to a certain extent. So, and then the second thing was, I think I've dated both of these women and all of their personalities at one time or another. So, I totally got how... sometimes the best intentions can get kind of twisted when people get hyped up over, news or drama or things like that. So I thought it was really well done.
Great title. For the lead is in bed, constantly getting so stressed about the news that all she can do is read the news and get overwhelmed. I love the little text inserts getting her more and more frenzied about the news. I love the performances of both of them, the woman and her friend, and how they're both so feminist and strong and yet crushed by the news. Great music of all of these 4 seasons, getting everybody really, really stressed about the next wave of tragedy and how it ends with them having brunch and just sitting in that bed doing nothing. It's just an hilarious film. I love it. Great job.
I really related to the protagonist's desire to avoid reading the news first thing in the morning. And the film's observation this can lead to a spiral of lost time and railing on the internet was one that resonated as particularly true for me. And I enjoyed the hands-free brunch mimosas too. I enjoyed this film.
I loved bad headlines so much. Everything about it. The acting was great. Casting was great. Direction, great. Music, I love Vivaldi. But truly, it was just really funny. Also, during this pandemic, very relatable. Really enjoyed the film.
This was hilarious, completely relatable.
Funny through and through. The performances are both great.
Hilarious. Just I could see this on some of my favorite sketch comedy shows on TV right now. I just thought it was smart and brilliant. That moment when the roommate had that reaction to the news. Perfect, just a perfect moment. And the end, the gag bit with the guy directing and the cuts to the actual director, fantastic. Just I was laughing for minutes after this one.
My favorite of all the short films I've watched in the last few days. Don't tell anyone. No, but seriously, it was just 4 minutes, but I was so into it, and it was so funny. The two actresses, well done casting-wise. Their chemistry was just perfect. That whole moment where they're delivering their feminine mantra at the same time, I was just like, oh my God, that's so cool. As an actor myself, I was thinking, okay, there's probably like a couple of rehearsals behind that. It was just the final result was just great, and I really enjoyed watching. It was clever, it was funny. So yeah, I would love to see other short films by this director. Honestly, that was good.